She just named it.
Oh. I think I know. Just trying to play the stream.
I'm streaming while playing the game.
There we go. No, I thought I paused it, but I guess it hadn't actually paused. Are you okay? Alright.
I'm just applied that the trunks do not have collisions.
Well, I knew that, but doesn't mean you have to. Anyway. We are going to...
Need a new subscriber. Yeah, Craig, just subscribe.
Grass.
Thanks,
I'm
Craig.
on a farmer. Well, best just log in. We'll just stick you on that screen once we log into the admin.
It's not like it matters, Ben.
No, true.
We could spam the link everywhere. Spam the passwords. Well, not the link and the password at the same time, but like nobody's guessing the logins. Like nobody ever.
True. Anyway, we're gonna use the Coon DLC combi drill and the drill to go grass. I don't want that one. Where is it? Which one do we want for grass? I would say it's that. Yes. And I suppose we best put the hopper on the front. I don't think it actually does anything, but
Well, you do need the hopper because that seeder has 0% capacity.
ooh.
That seeder doesn't have any capacity whatsoever.
I thought it's like, because the mod one of it, you
No.
actually it's the back that has the. You may as well do it on my tractor, but if we're gonna, oh well, I've got to say now. This tractor was just handy if you were wondering why I'm using this one, and I have to drop the weight off. Or ditch it here. I'd have left it at the farm if I knew, or if I remembered that I needed the hopper on, but anyway. Right, we are going over to the arable farm. And we'll grab some seed and the fields over there anyway. We're just putting in a margin and then we're going to rip up a grass field and do. That'll do, mate. We're not doing much with it. It's gonna waste the seed if you put too much in it. Whoa, this is really. reverse around it. Just take them off, see if it... right, so let's turn that on, and I think you have to... yeah. And, yeah. Okay, I don't know why. There we go. It would have helped if I'd actually changed the crop, wouldn't it? That's a bit daft, isn't it? Right, we'll do it again. That one. No, why? I think you maybe have to turn it off. Yes, you do. That one is grass.
Hi, Lewis.
Alright. How is it if it's the volume on here? Volume... oh. Need to fix it.
We would do silage if we actually had any grass, because it's seasons and you don't start with grass.
So Ben, what you on with?
I'm just putting in this these little bit of grass.
What fuel?
Shed field. What? I bet that's still got. Yeah, it hasn't.
So what, are you going to reseed this little meadow that used to be a bale stacking yard?
I am. It turns out I need to put the power out. Hopefully that'll...
That will.
solve it, because I've obviously put in the wrong crop, and now I need to... I don't think it will...
Power harrow should solve that problem.
Hopefully we can just go back far enough. There we go. Right, let's check that now.
The subsoil does not rip up ground like ground that isn't a field. You cannot create fields with a subsoiler. I'll plough it up for you.
Oh, okay. That's what crops going into field. Actually, I've got that notebook somewhere.
What field it?
25. Barley. Brilliant.
What's the matter?
Because I drilled some wheat when I was I forgot to change the crop when I
A little bit should take it out.
but I'll just have to re-go over it, because there was a little bit I'd missed when I'd going over it a second time. That's all. Just make it a bit wider, and then we'll catch it all.
Yep, you caught it all.
Do
Definitely.
now. Right, let's go and do the next bit. So let's just leave that on. No, not that bit. We want that one. No, it's going to go on the fence. I was hoping that would be a bit taller. Nope, that's not going to work. Oh well, we'll just have to... We can actually put it straight into the ploughing anyway. Not ideal in realism wise, but it'll be fine. What?
Never mind.
Lewis, when you drill that field opposite the Arbor Farm entrance,
Yeah.
just drill over that patch of grass, and I'll come back along with this with the power harrow on the front, and it'll rip it up and replace it with the grass. Be easier for you.
With a power harrow on the front.
Hmm. No,
I mean in front of the
it's a
seat.
combi drill in front of the cedar.
Well, cover it with just the power harrow then.
Why? Because we want to plant grass into it now.
My drill and not rip it out.
You
Well,
drill.
this will.
I'm just more thinking for me tram lines.
Right, okay, fair enough. Well, it wouldn't matter if you'd sprayed over that bit of grass, would it?
Unless it's round up.
Yeah, but it's FS like. Right. Are you both ploughing that paddock now? Stu? We'll soon find out. Christ. So this is a nice little cedar actually. Little drill. What's so funny, Lewis?
Never mind.
Oh, your head's hurting. Food's helping. Never forget the worst day was when I was out with the farmers. That was bad. Felt like I was dying on Sunday.
I wonder if it's this tractor. Why didn't you just use the big plough on the bigger tractor?
It's currently set up for GPS on Craig's tractor. I didn't want to mess with it.
Yeah,
Or
true.
it's just
How are you ploughing it? Make sure on your first pass you go right into the corner.
He's done his headlands first.
I did the ends first, so that then
You
I
also-
could have something to lift up on.
What?
Don't want to go tearing up the whole world of grass. When I was taught
don't-
plough
you-
up grass, Irishman, alright?
Well, he's taught you wrong. 'Cause
I was taught the Irish way.
I plough grass, and I've never ever done the headlands first.
No,
you
you
always
just
plough with the headlands last.
do one strip.
Oh, like you drop your back for it.
Yeah, just
yeah.
one strip, so that then you know, like, a
Yeah.
line to lift up.
Yeah,
Do
but
you-
you've done two
Yeah, but
passes, full passes with it.
Yeah, because you can't do one strip.
Do it how you like. I'm gonna swap track to see if this is what's causing the lag. It wasn't like this the other day. What happened to that ripper? What happened to that ripper, Stu?
It's at the shop, because it wouldn't plough up anything. I
Yeah.
took it to the shop, because I was using this tractor with it. Just took it to the shop and got this instead. Because this works.
Ooh.
He's- you know the way you're ploughing it. That's how I would do a plough a pint in. I would scratch a mark down and I would lift on that mark.
Yeah.
No, my first is still pretty low. Use my tractor anyway. Maybe I have to stop if it carries on like this. It's not normally, it doesn't normally affect it, but not this much anyway. And you're getting like 30 FPS. Not very good.
Tune. I'm on blue suede shoes and I boarded the train. Touchdown, land of a delta.
It's annoying that Ripper you can't just allow correct fields, because I was just going to put it on the front of this.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I came over here and tried it, in case you came here and then was like, oh shit, it doesn't work. And you'd have to wait for somebody to plough it up. So I just tried it and it didn't work.
I could do is starting on that side, but you've only got one pass left, so I'll wait for you.
Do you really feel?
User in your channel timed out.
Goodbye.
User entered your channel.
No, I find quite funny. You see on Facebook, all these people you went to school with are always like the brainy people, and you know, the high up people where they look down on you, look at you thick bastard and all that. Now you look at them, you think, what the hell have you done with your life?
I don't really think that, but yeah, why not?
It's because you had no school friends, Ben.
True. That's absolutely true.
Well,
Oh, not friends.
they're just people I know from school. Like you see them, like,
No, you bang on this, Stu. Well, next to none.
who needs friends?
Exactly.
As long as I've got someone to go to the pub with, I'm happy.
Why does it do this? That must be set for me. Oh, just lower your stupid thing. I like the way even though the power's on, they've made it so the roller on the back only spins when it's in the ground. I mean, obviously that's like real life, but for FS you'd have probably thought they'd just make it spin no matter what, wouldn't you?
Because it's literally, you can turn it off, it'll still spin when it's in the ground. It's literally just like a wheel. That's how they've done it. It's a wheel. It's a roller.
Yeah.
It's literally just like the jockey wheel on a plough.
Mm.
It's just the spiky ones, like the markers. That's just a standard wheel, just textured differently and shaped differently.
Uses the physics of a wheel.
I mean,
Yep.
you say that, but the amount of times I lift my plough up and the wheel's still getting crackers.
Well, that's
Yeah.
If it's windy or something, it'll
Off
blow
in a
it
pickup,
around.
You,
Or
and
if
you take
it's
off a hill in a pickup and you go flying, your wheels still turn.
Yeah.
right. We'll go cultivating next. I'd almost do it with this power harrow, but it's a bit small to do big fields with. Could do little fields with it though, couldn't I? Just for a bit of crack.
Carry it. Hey, I know, but you try and keep ahead of me.
Keep
You
ahead of
probably
you.
will, like. Yeah.
Oh, you're drilling, are you? Are you drilling?
Not yet, but I will be.
Yeah. Might do a little field with it, and then just do the rest with a carrier. Yeah, I know it is. It's actually my game rather than the stream this time. I don't really know why. Well, I know why. I just don't know why today, not other days. So apologies for that, Lewis. A different one. to be honest with you there, Farmer Lewis, the one in chat, if Lewis doesn't really pay attention to whatever I'm saying to people on the stream, do you? So you'd probably just hear Lewis partway through and then perk up anyway, wouldn't you? No? Completely shut down this time.
What was that, Ben?
I was saying there's another Lewis in the chat, and he said, "Call me Farmer Lewis," and I said, "Well, if you still hear your name partway through a sentence, you'll still suddenly perk up." No, gone again.
Hello?
Yeah. Do you not hear a word of that?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. Right then. Which fields have been ploughed? I'll do that field 30 then, and 13. We'll ditch this at there. We'll ditch this at the arable farm, and then we'll just go with a power harrow. I'm just going to do 2 small fields just for fun, Lewis, and then go find the carrier for the bigger ones.
It's up to you, Ben.
Yeah, I'll stay ahead of you because you're still ploughing at the minute, aren't you?
I'll finish this field and then I'll get on.
Yeah.
Do start plough now.
Yeah, I'm ploughing in Craig's tractor.
Well, yeah. Once you've done that field, put the plough in your tractor, or you can just leave Craig's in the yard. And use my plough, so I'll be dropping this off.
Oh, that field hasn't been ploughed.
Which field?
I know what I could do.
Which field?
31. Small field that I was just about to do. What I'll do is I'll put the ripper on the front, and then I'll put the power on the back. 2 birds, 1 stone. Whoa. Ploughs it and it.
I don't. You just do 27 and 28 because they've been ploughed. You struggle to get a carrier around them.
27. Are these ones that I'm here now? Yeah, I can do.
You struggle to get carriers around them. Say, wake me up and say, come and save me from the death. You never do.
want the front weight for this really.
We know. And I've got weight on, but you seen the size of plough I've got. Sorry, we've got. Tell you what, Stu. What is scary is when you're on drilling, you see how many revs you use. Jesus. Jesus.
Does this power seems to be fertilising this field? Or is it just the cultivated texture's really dark?
It must just be the cultivated texture is really dark. Because that field is not at all fertilised.
Oh well.
Oh yeah, Lewis, I topped your drill up for you, by the way. I was filling Ben up.
Spot on.
I should probably. I might put a margin down here as well because it's virtually in the hedge.
Because I was going to say, if there's seed being used up in it, Lewis can stick it in the front and it'll use that seed up too.
It's a good plan.
Lewis can use up the little bit of seed that's left in it.
To be honest, there won't be much because you get through it fairly quickly because it's quite a small hopper. And if there is actually thinking about it, there's you know, we'll do various bits of reseeding it at some point. I'll go and put that drill back on it actually because I want to just put a bit of a margin down this side because it's right in the hedge. I'll have a look down the other side. It looks fairly close to the wire fence as well. How much alleged 21 litres an hour power harrowing?
32 litres an hour ploughing.
If only that was realistic.
$40. Craig's that just definitely not fuel efficient. No, it's gone down to 30 actually. It was up. It was just a little bit of a bump.
I've never seen my fuel go down as fast when I was on drilling. Literally done 2 fields though and through a tank of diesel.
Real life, I assume you mean.
Yeah. On here.
Yeah. Just surprised me.
Ben, you want rape in this field, don't you? 35.
No maize.
Yes.
But actually, I'll just stick to that cropping plan because I mean, it doesn't really matter anymore, does it? But just because you know, we was gonna put maize in there because it had muck, but may as well just stick to it. It'll be easier. How much seed is there in here? That's got a bit of a distance, but I could actually just drill this field. Does it mean I'm going over it already, aren't I? With the power harrow, so what do you think, Lewis? Lewis?
Hold on. Sorry, Ben, what was that?
I'm saying I may as well almost just drill this field whilst I'm at it, because, I mean, I'm power harrowing it anyway, aren't I? Just-
No.
Hmm?
Tram lines.
Ah, true. True that. I mean, I could use proceed with this, to be fair, couldn't I?
Yeah,
Probably
well,
wouldn't work out right, would it?
6, that might, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
4 goes into 24,
Go
does it?
into it,
Yeah, it does.
yeah, but
You still
the thing
gotta do
is so when you think about it, it needs to be 12 metres on each side, so you're thinking 3 passes on each side of the tram line, right? Middle of the tram line. Just what I don't get, you think your drill would need to be 8 metres for 3
No, no.
passes?
What I do is I drill, go around the hill, and your first pass you do half side shut off,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
and then you do then you go, then from there you just
Mhm.
work it, just do it
Yeah.
normally.
That's what I was gonna say. If you used an 8 metre drill, then you could do it fine, because it'd just be up, then back down with your tram line up, then, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Ben, if you want, I'll put the power arrow on and I'll do it, but I think that defeats all object of it.
You would what?
I was gonna say, what if you wanted, just leave that field and I'll just pick that combi up and do it with a combi, but defeats all object.
Your
of
drill
doing
will
it.
do it without needing cultivated. Do you know that? Your drill will cultivate
Oh,
it
yeah.
and seed.
Just, it's not very... How often do you see someone direct? I mean, it does happen, but not
Only
very
happens-
often.
Only happens if you've got a combi.
Yeah, you don't really want to be putting a direct into ploughland, do you?
So yeah, we never did that. I would go over the top of the cultivator.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You wouldn't want to direct into a ploughed land, would you? But even with a combi, you probably not that many people would.
Oh, we did.
Do
We
you?
do. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wait, I was saying that yesterday. I was going over the top of the level. How like.
Hmm. Right, I'll leave this on and just power harrow with the drill still on the back. 'Cause meh. Field 27 I've put some grass around because it was right against the hedge.
No whisper target found.
Why isn't my GPS working? Maybe it is, but the lines don't want to show.
Have you had your like have you pressed F5 at any time?
Yeah.
Then that's what your issue is. Once you press F5, pretty much you just shut down your game and reopen your game.
No, you can just press F5 again.
Yeah, but then when you turn on your lights or something,
No, because
F5 do.
F5's F2's. Or when you do it, because is it like F5, F5, F5? So if you go through the cycle twice, does that bring your lines back?
it does, but it also brings up the lines when you've got your flashing lights on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To stop that, you need to pretty much exit your game and restart your game. That's how you get rid of that.
Mm.
It's a conflict.
Conflict with console, isn't it?
It's a conflict because that's F5 is what GPS standard controls are for turning the lines on and off. Say using the panel at the left side of your screen.
Hmm.
Like everything's set up to a random key button.
Yeah.
Like some.
But why isn't my working width changing? Why does it think it's that big? It should be 4 meters.
Detach the front tank, then do your automatic.
I'll just do it manually.
Spinning it's like 24 meters wide.
I see.
Yes.
Well, we'll just turn. We don't need the lines. You don't have lines in real life. You kind of do though, on your screen.
Yeah.
But still. My little screen down here. Ugh. How much of a weight would you put on for power hour in real life?
I wouldn't.
No?
No.
To be fair,
You just
it did already have the weight on it when I was powering, so.
you just make them. You're putting weight on your front end to make like for no reason. I mean, fair enough if your tractor can't lift it, but at the end of the day,
It on, so I just left it on, but.
that's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight.
Losing my religion.
Exact song.
I sound just like it, don't you think?
Yeah. Was it too much?
Said enough.
Huh? Hello?
Hurrah.
The computer's just decided to tell us that something's plugged into the audio jack.
By the way.
Been plugged in for like 2 hours now. Ooh,
Have you been to sleep at all?
Oh.
No.
Oh. It's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. Hey, there's the biggest field in the map, Proud. I'm just hoping Stu, how are you far finished now? Stu? Ben?
Yeah.
No, it is. Is it FK?
I think he is about done. I can't see any stubble.
Hopefully just then you can get on ploughing the next fields. Then I can get away on drilling.
Mm-hmm. I'm not too far off power harrowing this, so you can probably start in here soon. By the time you get over and hooked up and everything.
Yeah, so I've got headlands to do with this field.
Oh, right. Thought you said you'd done.
Right, now you're on.
Headlands always take longer than you think, don't they?
No.
You think, oh yes, done. Ah, headlands.
Thing is, I get right up close to the hedge, so it's like 2 passes.
Hmm.
That's what I do as well. But
Oh,
Craig doesn't do that, which annoys me. Because obviously I'm taking over from Craig, so I had to do like 2 passes, and then there was like the end 3 passes that he had done. I had to go back and do a whole pass again.
See what? Another thing I've noticed what you do, Stu, is on me the first, like, ploughing the field, like first time you plough the field, I always get the plough right back into the hedge. So when you're doing your headlands, you've got an area to drop the plough on. You don't miss any. Where you don't do that, you just, yeah. Or if you've got a point where you're gonna have to lift up to turn, I always do like put it right back in the hedge so you can just drop your ploughing away. I'm on the highway.
Hell.
No, it's just YouTube.
Which, watch out, you better not play too much for that, you might get copyright strike. Get bad copyright strike.
Well, we can't hear it, and it's certainly not. Lewis's scene certainly isn't close enough to get me a copyright.
I swear I could have heard the background tune, but
I couldn't.
no, he's not high enough to hear it, me, no.
No, oh dear. I mean, if Lewis turns his end up.
Putting adjuster.
Better?
Yes.
Right, I've got one pass and then one more headland to do.
That's a call, said Lewis.
Let's disactivate it.
Do you think you make a new like map for FS19 there, or will you convert this one?
I might convert this one. I doubt I'll make a new map. There's a lot more effort in it than I thought when I set out doing it.
Wait till you try doing a dem map. Then you'll learn that
What map?
a dem. It's pretty much where you use Google Earth and you take the real life terrain, put it into Giant's Editor, so you can pretty much make it as realistic to a real life farm as possible.
Yeah, well, this is just fictitious, but yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. If you ever try,
yeah. I did try once, but no hope. It would be nice to make somewhere I know, but you know.
because that's the thing. When I made my version of Barbush, which was pretty shite, I made it when there was pretty much next to no like decent models like for map building.
You made a map?
Yes.
Which
I made my
map?
first 17 in January of 2017. I made Barbush Farm, but it's never released. Because at this point in time, like, you know, there was no good objects unless you went and took them from maps that were being converted, but they were like 15s textured. You know, there was no good fitted. Like, for the map I was doing, it was quite small, and this time there was no objects that really kind of fitted
I
it.
know what you mean.
You know, I didn't have a good selection, fully realistic, but it had like German sheds that were the right shape, but they weren't the right texture, you know.
Let me get
Having
rid of
sheds.
this.
Sure, later on I'll send some pictures of the farm. In the future.
Which field are you ploughing? Stew? Which field are you ploughing?
Ben, do you just not hear us?
I couldn't hear you then, no.
I don't know if Blue's can hear me, but I had to say 13 3 times.
Oh. Okay. Which field's that? I cannot remember. Oh dear.
Yes, he's back in the atmosphere. Drops of Jupiter in her bag. Where's iceberg? Where's iceberg? Tell me, you fall from a shooting star. Looks like June,
Yeah, that field's fully done when you want to drill it.
Yeah, I'm tempted to do these bigger fields slightly different. I'm just thinking about it there. Normally what I do is I do the headlands and then I only do four passes around the headlands, so I get a gap to lift the drill up. I'm tempted to do 5 around the headland, and then it means that I've got, because this field, I'm going to have to drill it into a point I don't know. Tell me, did you find a feet? Do what field are you in?
13.
13.
That's 13. One's 13.
The one with the number 13.
Oh yeah. So I'm guessing
Well, that's fucking shite.
that
Yeah,
this
can't.
one's
On you go. No, you go.
I'm guessing this down the side here is set aside, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just because it was a bit close to the fence.
So, things I know. Tell me, do you find be off your feet? I like how I've got my own little corner for stuff. Like, this corner of the over yard's mine, so me carrots park me pickup truck.
Ben, the only thing is, I was thinking this. I was going to say to you, but I've not seen you since. Manton Farm is probably, like, for right now, it's probably good keeping it, because, like, you know how last time we had, like, 200 straw bales sitting outside? Well, now we've got seasons, we can't really do that, so we kind of, like, need a shed we can put them in, you know? And Manton is got the seasons trigger, so
I might keep it, just stick different sheds there, because I don't really like that layout.
I would like, we can always stick bales in there if we need.
Yeah. Well, I might change it to make it part of the change all the name plates and things and make it part of the what's it called, cow farm. Like in the same way cow and sheep farm are officially part of the same thing, it's just they're slightly separated, you know, with like the name boards and everything.
Aye.
Hmm?
It's going into rape, yeah.
Not a clue.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tune.
Let's grab a picture.
You're forever teaching. I'll let you feel this when night. One, not that one, that one, not that one.
That can go as the thumbnail.
Oh, for God's sake.
What?
Helps if I turn the bloody drill on.
Nah. Oh dear.
Got that much to bloody set up. Right. Take two.
Less than real life though.
Hey?
Less than real life though.
Yeah.
I just sent a picture to the group chat, but since then, orange you see front left has been turned into a house.
What?
Like, I just sent a picture to Messenger group chat of the farm. Like, the main bulk of sheds you can see is being turned into a house, but that's like over the yard. It's been turned into a house, which is now where like my mum's cousin lives. They stay on the farm too. How do you mean back when you did his old TS115?
Probably ought to try and find.
Craig's one's not too, this one that Craig's got isn't too bad.
There's no point putting Green Star on it when if you look in the interior model, it's the Profi Plus model, which means it's GPS ready.
I'm sure I've got a Trimble kit somewhere.
So what? Craig's has got the white dome that isn't.
Agco dome's basically the same.
I'm sure I've got a Trimble kit somewhere.
Which one's Trimble? Which brand? Which brand uses Trimble?
It's aftermarket, so it's like...
yeah, I know. Any.
Alright.
Well, I may as well just put the Agco one on pretty much, because if the computer in this, like the model and this tractor is got the GPS version. Because Fendt do Profi and Profi Plus, it's the cab design, pretty much is what it is. And Profi is like, well, the Profi Plus is GPS ready, because you have to activate what you call, it's like heightened steering, so it steers quicker. You have to put it in that mode to be able to use GPS, just so that it just increases the flow rate to your to the hydraulics for the turning, basically, so that it can turn quicker to get right to its GPS. Because you know our GPS suddenly it flicks the wheels left right all the time, like on most tractors. Then that's why it has to do it. And the monitor's bigger.
As far as I was aware, I thought the new Fendt, like in the last couple of years, even the Profi had GPS ready. I thought they were ready as well.
Don't think so.
It was like standard GPS ready now.
I know your monitors. Well, I was reading up on it the other day, and I could have sworn it said about the on the Fendt website, so it should be pretty recent. I could have sworn it said about the quick steer, which is what you need for GPS.
I'm gonna say now these bollocks. These tram lines might not match up straight away. It's because it's the grass. You'll when you realise it'll be when you put the first. Once the grass is growing, you'll not realise. It's pointless spreading grass on fallow land. Putting
Spray or fertilise your margins.
Oh, baby.
By law.
Oh, that's what I'm tight.
You'll not get your payment if they find out. Let's put it that way.
They can find a bit of fertiliser, are they?
They do inspections.
Yeah, but not regularly.
They can tell.
A bit of rain could throw it in.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be on there at all. Like, even if it's windy and it's just blown across, you shouldn't. It's still your fault for spreading in the wind, isn't it? Apparently, college got an inspection because they were spreading near roadside, and the inspector just came into the field and said, "We're going to inspect you. We're just driving past, so you're fertilising." Okay, if you want. Then everything was set right because it's college, like, so they're gonna set things right, aren't they?
Yeah, but they set me away on fertilising at college on pastures with no tram lines, so that guessed me with. Quite funny. It was because it was a rig and furrow field.
Wasn't a tractor with GPS then?
It was a field with rig and furrows in. And I had one that because there was an older lass in my college course there, and she was sat with us, and I was flying over these bumps, like proper rig, like cliff edge bumps. Me lecturer pulled us, and he was like, "Do you want to slow down?" I was like, "Hold on a second, you're meant to be a machinery lecturer." Aye. I go, "So you'll know that when you spread fertiliser, you've got to go at a set speed to get the correct amount on." He's like, I was like, "Aye, thought so."
You could slow down though if you turn your if you slowed your discs down. No.
Hmm.
I assume it was a disc spreader, was it?
It might be the ones that you have to get out manually and do it like.
Well, usually they're done from the box. You should be able to change your disc speed on the box normally.
Yeah, but you still then have to do all the checks to make sure that you're putting out the same amount. You know, like when you change your seed, just output, you have to go do a spin, blah blah blah. You'll turn it 50 odd times to make sure you then weigh how much seed you've got out. And
I know what you mean.
whereas if it's already set and you know that it is putting out the right amount at that speed, if you're doing this speed, then you know.
Indeed. One handy thing of the Profi Plus, if you were sewing, if you got like a large combi drill or something, and you couldn't see the drill behind very easily, because with the Profi Plus you can put two cameras on the monitor, because it's big enough. Right, headlands. I think as the stream's pretty laggy, we'll do the next field and call it quits. If anyone's wondering why I'm going over this even though I'm going up here, it's just to get rid of your wheelings, as you would or should be doing in real life. What is annoying with FS, like any computer game really, is you can't turn your head quick enough like you can in real life. You can just glance backwards and check that you're not about to clobber something with the side of your...
Head tracking, bro.
Yeah, is it really...
Not with my head tracking.
Hmm?
I can, but I don't use my head tracking really that much, so I'm pretty much fixed view, unless I turn my head tracking off, which I don't do regularly.
Well, I think though, if you turn your head,
It
surely...
drops my-
If you turn your head, surely you can't see the screen.
Yeah, but the thing is, I had it set to like, so I only had to turn my head 15 degrees, and that's enough that I could see directly behind me. Like, not 180 degrees, but it meant I could see, you know, like, the 160 degrees of your shoulder, you know, you could see the back of the implement, etc. So I only needed...
But you left it at the shop? Or did you sell it? Let's have a look.
I think I did, though,
You
'cause
sold
was
it.
sitting... Ah.
I want to sell... Oh, there we go. Which way around is it? That way?
Ben, so what are you about to go, what field are you about to go do?
31.
I was going to say, because field 6 needs ploughed and planted.
Field
Oh
what?
wait, are you... So wait, what are you doing? Are you ripping it up and cultivating it?
I am.
Field 31's ploughed, because I just finished ploughing it like 5-10 minutes ago before I did it before...
Not 31, sorry, 30.
Ah, I'm in it right now.
Ah, you...
Field 6 needs done though. Ploughed and cultivated.
6. Well, I don't want to do too big a field though, that's the thing. How big is it? That's why I said I was gonna go to...
Okay.
Oh, I must have said 31, I meant... Yeah. Field what needs doing?
Field 6, it's like just marginally bigger. Or you could do field 36, but it's smaller. Like 6 is the one that, for me,
Yeah.
out the way. Like, you know, I'm going to have to go all the way over there to then come back and do the 4 bottom fields.
I'll go do that one then.
Cool.
Might do 3 because that's not actually that big, it's just long.
3 is ploughed.
Is it ploughed?
6 hasn't been ploughed. But 5's been cultivated, the one right next to it, so it seems...
Well, 5's been,
cultivated, yeah.
no, it was ripped.
Yeah, but when you rip it, it shows up by cultivated.
I know. Drift around there, lagging. It's a pretty cool spring morning, isn't it?
3 degrees afternoon.
Afternoon
degrees,
even. Yeah.
I suppose there was that frost and what do you call it, fog this morning. For the next 3 days of spring we're meant to get rain.
Let's get cultivating, boys. Come on.
We're running 9-day season, so we're fine.
Yeah, but it'll grow. Go on another growth stage in or tomorrow.
No, I think it will be day 4 because it's 9-day seasons.
Yeah, but no, every
It needs
3
to-
days.
It won't. It won't even start growing until the ground temperature is 5 degrees. That's what all the basic crops are. The only crop that will be growing right now is grass.
I thought you weren't really meant to drill it until it was the right temperature.
No, you can drill it till it's the right temperature. Just it won't grow till it's 5 degrees. Because you know you can't farm sim doesn't. You can't like seed can't die. It would have to be fully withered crop. So they just got it set to that it won't grow until it's 5 degrees. And at this rate, it won't be 5 degrees until 6th day of spring, because the next 3 days it's raining and the air temperature is 3 degrees, 4 degrees, and 5 degrees. Wait, no, 4, 10, and 16. So we've probably got till day 4 of spring before it'll go high enough to even grow. So day 5 till first stage probably. We'll probably be taking our first cut of grass
No
by,
whisper target found.
when the stuff starts to grow. We take it
No
the very
whisper
first day we
target
can
found.
on the 4th. Even if it's a crappy yield. Because what I find with the first year seasons, right? The grass, if you don't cut it when it's just the, you know, when it's half height growing, right? It takes forever to get to fully growing height. Whereas if you cut it at half height, it then grows to full height really quick. So you're actually better off cutting it when it's only half grown, and then it'll grow quicker in future seasons. Clip.
Well, grass grows quicker if you cut it. It's true.
Which is why I'm saying, you know, if we cut it on the
It's
day
real
before
life.
first stage, you know, we won't get much, but it'll make it grow quicker, and we'll get more cuts out of it. We'll get 4 cuts out of it. 3 full cuts and 1 half cut.
Just do it in bales or something.
Yeah, a few silage bales. Or hay bales, and we can get sheep up and going.
I'll just box it and run a box through it. You know, take what we can with the box, fill the pigs and sheep up with grass.
Pigs don't take grass.
Sorry, I meant to say sheep. Sheep
Yes.
and cows even with grass, and then make hay out of the rest.
Like spring.
Hmm?
And
And then that way, you know, you needn't make bales and then get rid of them again. You can just
we should have had buy bales on, because the day that cows are cheapest, right, is the 4th day of summer. But we won't have any straw till like the 4th day of autumn, so they might just have to do without thingy for a month. Cheapest time to buy sheep is the 4th day of autumn. Cheapest time to buy pigs is the 7th day of autumn.
right. But money's not really an issue,
No.
so I wouldn't worry.
Just buy them when we're ready.
Yeah. The we may as well just get cows as soon as we've got everything. Just get all the animals as soon as we've got enough to look like everything they need to eat. Everything.
I mean, we can buy. It's mainly straw because we can buy we can buy cow food because the Jolly Rogers bags allows us to buy cow food if we really need to. Like, you know, if we're still waiting on silage fermenting, bales, because obviously the bales take like 3 or 4 days on 9-day seasons to ferment. But if we do silage,
but like if we do silage bales
in the first 2 cuts, which would be the last day of spring, then they should be fermented for like.
We're gonna have enough. But we're gonna have enough before the
We can't do like 200 crazy cows again because we won't get enough grass really to maintain that many.
You probably would, if you did every field.
That full pit of silage compared to last time, because we chewed through all those silage bales just feeding the 200 cows. Like when we doubled the cows, like we used all those silage bales just getting them to.
Yeah, but you think of it this way: if you did a one cut of half of it hay and half of it silage bales out of the entire map, right, that's a fair bit. And then if you did another cut of pit silage, then you know, even with that maize you're looking at enough, aren't you, really? Because if you, the way I like to usually do it is run the pit silage for the diet feeder with the mixed ration and run the bales for like you know, like they need bales, don't they? Or they need like just silage as well. So if you give them the bales as the just silage and the pit silage for the diet feeder, then that should work fine, I'd have thought. I mean, we can get 3 cuts, can't we, thinking about it? I should have maybe... It'd maybe been a good idea to have a second silage pit ready, wouldn't it? Might have been handy.
You know, we can always use the one at the contracting yard, right? And then when we get down to say 10,000 litres in our pit, we then cart it over and tip it in. As long as you don't fully empty it without tipping some in. Otherwise then we can't, because it'll go back to fermenting. We can always transfer it. So that gives us something else to do. You know, when we get bored in the winter time, we actually have something to do.
Yeah.
Chuck on cart bales.
Or maybe pigs would be better. Either or, they're both there as extra storage.
Yeah, or the biogas plant, because then that means if there's
too much, we can just sell it.
We can sell it when it gets to, like, when we bring in fresh stuff, we can sell it.
And having a second pit might be useful, because if you think you need to keep your pit fairly empty ready to put your new next year's crop in, you know, then you can.
Outdoor silage pit.
What?
Like you just reseeded.
The one that I
Yeah,
just
but-
received. Yeah.
That could have been a silage pit. You know, a decent sized one.
Yeah, I suppose it could be. Open-sided one, you mean?
Yeah. No, not necessarily. Not just necessarily one that will open sided, but just an outdoor one instead of indoor. Like I know you've got mainly outdoor, but it's like, you know, not have a shed, just have a pit.
But I mean, like, it maybe would look quite nice to put like
Yeah.
no sides at all on.
Or even just like tyres around it, because I did one of those in Spring Hill. It looked nice. Just, you know, tyres, like they're half tyres. You know, like how sometimes they have half tyres around the edge, cut in half and laid it or stuck into the ground. You know, I don't know if they do that down here, but like up here, if it's an open air pit like with no sides, they'll sometimes like put tyres along the side and like dig half of it in and fill it over, so they're half into the soil.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking then if you wanted to make a make a cut of hay on it, then you can.
Yeah. As in, you'd still be able to cut the grass.
Yeah, you could just put grass underneath it, couldn't you?
You wouldn't be able to have grass underneath it.
Why not? Oh no, because then.
You're adding the silage pit physics, Ben.
Hmm?
No, I don't think it would work. I'm not sure, but it would. Yes, you would be able to cut it, but it'd be like
Around the outsides wouldn't work because
yeah,
you'd
and then-
you'd have to put tip collisions in. So cutting the grass, they'd just disappear.
cut on the inside would then probably end up getting called chaff in the pit.
Go straight into the silage pit. Perfect. No, you wouldn't work. No, I'll just leave it. There's plenty of pits around. I mean, to be honest, that silage pit holds an awful lot. And with a load of bales, I mean, if you filled that area, I'm not saying in one stack, but if you filled that area down there, it's got loads of bales. So I don't like 100 cattle is what we should have sticked with on that one before, as it took you like half an hour at least. It took you like 40 minutes to feed all the cows,
Bigger feeders on
which I mean, like, yeah, no, we were using it last time, but like, even if you're doing that in obviously real life, it takes you a lot longer than that, but compared to all the other jobs in FS, it took a long time. So how wide's your drill, Liz? Is he gone? Has Liz died?
Yeah, he's not moved in half an hour, Ben.
Yeah. I was just wondering about using a smaller cultivator than the carrier. Hmm?
Why, what were you thinking?
There is one in the Coom pack, the fold out one, but I can't remember what it is.
There's the one that has got the option it
It
could be
is
draping that
6
6
meters wide.
and
Yeah, I
this
might
goes-
use that. Just a load of leveling discs, isn't it? Might use that. Right, not much left to do.
And that's you ending streaming, isn't it, for today?
Probably because the quality isn't great, so there hasn't been many people watching, and hopefully it'll pick up another day. But we're not done yet. just do the headland this side manually. Just because it's not going to be the right. There'll be one and a bit passes there, I'd imagine. As it turns out, keeping ahead of the drill wasn't a problem. Not with the drill actually moving. Right, I'll do the headland now so that we can go back up. And we go that way. Just have to go that way, grab that little bit on the end. It's a shame this ripper doesn't work for crate fields because it'd be perfect for reseeding.
For square corners and all.
It does mean that grass gets it takes off its needs ploughing thing.
Once we cut it, it'll go away anyway. Once you cut the grass, needs ploughing goes away anyway because it's breaking the grass. Once you cut it once.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello. One's back.
Sort something out.
Fair enough.
It was one of them moments of phone rings you've got to sort it out. Sorted now.
Only happens to the worst of us.
Right, another Dites fart we've got on the farm.
Yeah.
Broke down today.
Yeah.
Gearbox malfunction.
Rip Aroni.
Booked.
Was it? So why? Were you phoned to see? So why were they phoning you?
No, it wasn't for that. It was for something else. The phone took itself and passing by.
So wait, which tractor is it that had the broken hydraulic pump?
John Deere. But that's because the boss left it in constant pump. He took it along the road, left it in constant pump, and then you pull the drawbars in.
Yep.
Left it in constant pumping along the road and burnt it out.
I've heard that happen before on a John Deere.
Yeah. Always happen. It's like I say, the first one we had, it had a we've had a few pumps on the John Deere at the minute. We put one on because it had a micro crack in it. So we put a new pump on, and then that pump got burnt out. So we put another new pump on, which it's a pump that we've got on at the minute, and that one's started to burn out. So John Deere pumps, don't buy them. We're gonna dismantle the one that had a micro crack and put it in a new housing. So sick of putting bloody pumps on it now. Let's have the bell and hope and she don't sing. That one's out and lose. Don't.
20 lamps for the roof. 50 plus and 40 behind. Baby,
still come back to you. Slap the clutch in a bullnose
truck.
I'm heading for the boat. And never say goodbye to
woman.
This time I left for
No.
Come up these on the highway.
Help.
Don't say goodbye. I know you're looking
well.
Hey.
I forgot the hay. Let down.
Sun went down the M1, film diffused the melt, and then rang said sorry.
Tang!
Well, not that bad. It's a big 10-4, oh baby. Back to you. Hey! Clutch in the ball, no truck, I'm heading for the boat. I never say goodbye to women I left for a note. When I'm up these steps in heaven on the highway.
Right then, Lulu.
Hello.
That is 3. Well, including the one you're in, 3 fields ready for you.
Right. It shouldn't take too much longer. I've just got one more headland to do on this field, and I'm on. This is the longest bit of. This is a bit that takes the longest, is the headlands. That's a lifting, sewing, bearing, down, hauling, and book raking, crashing, tipping, wrapping, tailors flapping, cutting, trucking, spreading, piping, double
Clutching.
digging, making, wearing down, losing.
Wait.
Flat donut, the party hat, I'm heading for the day. And we were cutting, well when the sun went down. The same from pipe jewel well made to feel late right now. Nope, plenty poke and a can of easy stuff. 100 acres of 40 ton of ground.
What's going in field 5 and 6? Wheat. And so is 5 and 6 are your next fields, Lewis. I know they're a bit of a way away, but yeah.
What's going in wheat?
Wheat, yeah.
Have I got any more rape fields ready? So it's crack on with rape.
No, they're the only ones that are actually cultivated.
Right.
Right, Daggerwin.
Hey,
Yeah.
no, have you seen his latest
lag is
video?
real.
Have you seen his texture job on that fucking combine? No, that was intentional. Have you seen his texture job on that combine?
Oh, nah. Still seen he's left the chopper still picked.
I thought you said you're on headlands, Lewis.
I am.
That windrower.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
and then you didn't.
He's such a spastic. He forgot to paint inside the letters.
Oh, sorry, Lewis. The field 20. It is. Can't see it on the list. It's
Where's the-
maybe into nothing, but according to this list,
Where is that list located?
not with you. It's not on the list at all. I must have missed it. Sure, shove it into rape.
Right.
Sure. Let me just check that I've got that number to you. Yeah, in answer to your questions, Stu, where the list is, it's on my desk.
You'll hear, all you'll hear in the background is
Right then. Right, me.
I swear to God, it's not even know how to paint a fucking texture onto something.
Right, I will.
Brighter shade, but it's so glossy, and it like looked so much better with the rush. I restored it. I pretty much just painted over it like with a big fat paintbrush, and I forgot to do it amongst the letters because I'm a retard.
But you know what I find funny?
What?
It's not actually burnt out, it's just a grey texture.
That's what I'm saying. It's not burnt out. It's just he's literally taken a texture. He's made the texture look burnt and put it. You know, in Paint.net, he's literally taken the texture of the combine and turned it into a burnt looking texture. He's taken like a burnt image off Google or something and snipped a bit and copied it all over it and stretched it, which just makes it look utter AIDS.
Oh, this is an air seeder. This is. I was going to use the Coon. What I thought was a cultivator, but it's actually an air seeder.
Right.
I can just use it without actually seeding it, though, can't I?
Turn it on.
Not fill it, even.
On it will be a cultivator.
Oh, this field's gonna be a bastard. Actually, no. I'll just. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I want.
And then like he stopped the video and then he tipped me.
Resumed.
Like, I always just end up ripping the piss out of Dagger on bed.